Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's talk about the market. First off, as usual, let me go over to X and make sure people can hear me there. Testing 1, 2, 3. And make sure people can hear me there. Looks like they can, so I like to put a little GM for good morning in the thing so I can test it. Yeah, so we're here Friday. I feel like my little window's delayed a little bit, so I'm going to lose that little picture-in-picture. And I really need to just restart my computer one last time before I started the show. Hopefully it works and we're not getting choppy stuff. I was going to restart it one time, but ran out of time again. But anyway, I did restart it once. But anyway, we're here. Bitcoin down, traditional market up a little bit. This is the Bitcoin chart. See, we're down about 1.7. Hey, Mr. Heine. In the Heine community, which is a great little community, they do a show every morning at 8:30 a.m. over on X, Heine Coin. I believe it's heinecoin.com. But maybe Mr. Heine can, this is the founder here, but they always say THIF, thank Heine, it's Friday. And I don't know if people say the TGIF. It was a big thing when I was younger. TGIF, hey, we got the weekend, whatever. But I don't know if people say that or not anymore or not. I haven't heard it for a while, but the thank Heine, it's Friday is good. Definitely part of the culture over there with the Heine community. So welcome here. Hopefully I should have probably started my computer. Yeah, we do need to thank Heine's Friday. Yeah, a lot of drama on the timeline. Wow. Woo. Yeah, definitely a lot of drama out there on X. As anyone on X knows. Yeah, in the crypto world, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, in fact, it's Friday. I think we've had the day 4 of drama. Not all the same drama, but it is there. Hey, Coachmaster GM. Glad to see my friends there from X joining me over there on YouTube. Also happy to see a bunch of people on X listening. Yeah, it's crazy out there. The drama continues on some basically today it's the Bitcoin bull and the baby Bitcoin bull, both charts. It's not said anymore if I say it. Okay, that's what I thought, Coachmaster. Thank you. Perfect. Coachmaster, have a 17-year-old gets called a boomer if you say TGIF. That's what I thought. I've literally not heard it in years and years. Very common saying when I was young. So, yeah, no more TGIF. Of course, on here, we can certainly say, thank Heine, it's Friday. But, yeah, that's good. I get that. Oh, geez, what happened to TBB? Oh, man. I don't even know if we want to get into it, if we have time to get into it here. Yeah, geez, I've been talking about it for 2 days. Yeah, GM Sleepy over there from X. Oh, geez. Well, man, I don't even know if I want to get into it. Probably talk a little bit about it on the GM show, but Jet Shell, look, we have the Bitcoin bull, which is, hey, good morning, Scott. Yeah. Quantum wants to know what happened to TBB. Yeah, I don't know if I can nutshell it fast enough. We have enough time, but in a nutshell, for those here, maybe only hear it here. We have the Bitcoin bull. Of course, we have the ultimately we have the Ansems, the black bull, right? That was and I've been talking about it the last few weeks, watching it, especially the interaction between the Bitcoin or the Ansem coin, which is the black bull, and Cash Cat, kind of the back and forth between what's going on with Robinhood and Solana. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and recap it real quick, Coach Master. I wasn't gonna talk about it here, but it's fine. Let's just give a real quick recap. Oh man. So supply control, star guy, whatever, went up to almost $500 million, revived the troops. And then one Jason A.I. Williams started TBB, which is the Bitcoin Bull. Okay. Started it really kind of on our spaces, on our morning shows. We've got a whole group of morning shows. I think those of you on X know, maybe it is boring for people listening on YouTube, but most people listen on YouTube are from X anyway, because that's brand new. So let me just break this down. We have a morning show, 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. Got the Heine show, and it kind of overlaps a show called the Trash Cat show, and they kind of overlap, and they come in, then they go over to their show. Then when Scott's show, the Heine community show, gets over, we jump over into the culture show for a few minutes. They're ending it up, and then that all culminates at about 8:15 in the morning when Digi, our guy Wake and Blake, who's been here for 5 years, done like 1,415 shows, 7 days a week, hasn't missed a show, goes into his show, and then that show kind of overlaps into it's going as we speak, overlaps with my 10 o'clock show. Been doing for 5 years, which is the longest show, but I don't do it 7 days a week. And anyway, and then they join me after they're done with theirs. There's overlap there. So these communities are very tight. They all have their own tokens. We all support each other. Yada, yada, yada. So when Jason launched his coin, we were the first show. We talked about it, 150,000 day one. And then obviously these communities all supported it, helped him out. Some of these people knew Jason, some didn't. Either way, all of the community morning show communities got behind him, especially our guy Digi. And we did very well, by the way. Obviously, when you looked at where the market cap was. So things are going on. Bitcoin Bulls, hits, 30 days yesterday, by the way. So it's 31 days old today, starting our second month. Anyway, Bitcoin was much supported. So Digi, who met Digi, I introduced him to Jason, and he came on Digi's show and gave him an airdrop, and they were supporting. So Digi had the idea to do a derivative token, which is a baby Bitcoin Bull, which is very common. Baby Doge, baby SHIB. This alpha has been around forever. Also, Digi has a platform, and I may be missing some details, and this is just my view, whatever. I just want to give everyone a little super quick recap as I see it. Anyway, so Digi has this idea he's got a platform he works with. I don't know the name of it, but it's a launch pad, which we have a lot of, but this kind of interesting ones. It's a Solana launch pad, but you can do taxes and stuff like that. So Digi comes up with an idea to launch a derivative baby Bitcoin Bull, which is, going to happen. It's Web3, right? There's going to be all kinds of vamps, derivatives, everything, fake contracts. So anyway, wants to launch this. As far as I understand, reaches out to Jason, who probably doesn't see it or doesn't get back with him or whatever. Anyway, launches this token a few days ago. That's the chart here, which is the baby Bitcoin Bull. You see, this is the 4-hour chart. So you see it's not very long. Anyway, it does what it does. There's some contention back and forth, a little bit of misunderstanding, whatever. So, you know what? I'd even pull this up. Yeah, sorry, that's all right. We don't have that much other stuff to talk about, so let's just take on the quick Cliff Notes version. Another boomer reference. Before we had Grok and the internet, we'd buy these books called the Cliff Notes, and so we didn't have to read all the books in college. Just tell you what it was. So it was like you read the book, even though you didn't. So another super boomer. Don't say Cliff Notes to your kids. They won't even know what you're talking about, Coachmaster. Coachmaster may even be too young to know that reference. But if you went to college, trust me, they give you 20 books to read. There's no way to realistically read them. Anyway, I'm pulling up Digi. So there was a little bit of confusion, whatever. Jason came up in MySpace and said, I'm going to go to Digi's. I want you guys to see the whole story accurately as I can. I'm sure I'm missing stuff, but anyway, bottom line, came up, posted a post, kind of came out somewhat, I would say, saying, hey, I support Digi. And I'll read it verbatim, so I'm not. And this probably would have been a good idea, is just to always keep it to here. But what happened? Okay, hold on. There's Digi. Where's Digi? I don't want to go into this. Yeah, Heine, you know what I'm talking about. 44-old, young. Yeah, that is young. Younger than me, Goachmaster. So, but yeah, if you probably at least heard the reference. I know Mr. Heine did. Like I say, man, that was we live by those things because you just couldn't read all the crap they give you in college, especially not if you're drinking, chasing girls, and having fun. But you had to read those so you could come out with it. But now, hell, just have Grok summarize it. Wouldn't need that. Okay, let me just get here. I'm going to talk about this till people are done talking about it. It's all good. Anyway, there it is. Pretty cute, actually. Baby Bitcoin bull. Okay. When was this? 6 hours. Okay, I want to find. He reposted what Jason had actually said, because otherwise it might be really hard to find. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'd like to read this. I think it would make it clear. Then everyone can kind of understand where everyone is coming from. Super cute memes, though, on both sides. Great memes from both. And Digi reached out with me. Like, I was probably the first one to see the contract, but I kind of was just trying to be in the fence. You know what I mean? So I didn't really do much with it. Gosh dang, he being DPC, like that. Gosh dang it. I really wanted to read that so you guys could see the point, because I think it would be beneficial, but everyone's posting too much. Basically said, hey, I support Digi, kind of, right? He's a good guy, something like that. But basically, I mean, didn't 100% say he was supporting the token, but at least the people took it as we got okay. So that was fine. We moved on. Cool. There was a little less, there was a little more clarity there. Was that deleted? It might have been. Okay, so it might be deleted at this point. Okay, so I guess maybe Jason deleted it at that point. But anyway, said something along those lines. Everything thought it was cool. So go on, and then they're doing whatever. They're doing their $500,000, $300,000 back and forth. Then yesterday really started to get momentum. Easy, who's character out here, started pumping it. Got into it, it started going crazy, went all the way up to like $2.5 million. And then they were doing spaces. Moon Queen, who's Digi's much better half, was doing late night spaces, pumping this even before, whatever. And then yesterday she got in a space with Easy, and now this starts pumping, goes to 2.5 million. Meanwhile, TBB, I think unrelated, drops down to wicks down to 25 million, right? From 39 million. And people kind of start to panic on the other side. Wait, and I don't think even because the baby bull, more like, hey, what's going on with Easy? Why is he he's one of the main voices in TBB? Why is he supporting this, whatever? So Jason puts a tweet out saying something like, I don't support any of these coins, whatever. It drops from 2 million down to about 1 million. Then Jason, I'm doing F in space in 20 minutes. He does a space, invites Digi up to talk about it. And I think Digi was kind of coming up to saying, hey, I've been trying to reach out, or we kind of been talking about this. By the way, in the meantime, Digi gives 1% of the supply to Jason of the baby bull. So now got all this momentum. Everyone that's bought in at 2.5 million, it candle drop. In fact, there it is right there. There it is on the baby bull. Okay. So it's way up here at 2.7 million, drops down to a million basically. And then it keeps getting worse. There's a space. Digi's invited up. I think Digi's trying to say, hey, I was trying to talk to you about it. But he's saying, hey, do you want me to read the DMs? I've been trying to communicate. We've been communicating. I think it came across as offensive, like, hey, do you want me to read DMs, whatever? Jason says, go ahead. Maybe Jason took a little offense. Then he has a co-host, Zintani, up there, who's community member with TBB, doesn't know all this back history, whatever. And I don't know if I think it seems like she kept muting him, kept ripping on them. I don't know if Jason was even responding or doing something else IRL. Anyway, bottom line is Digi wound up getting, kind of not treated well up there. And, like I say, ripped on, and it wasn't a good look necessarily. And anyway, leaves, starts his own space, and Jason couldn't bring him up. I tried to go up. He even told Zentani, bring me up, and I wound up anyway, long story short, this goes on for a few hours. Some things were said. Sell to my chart. I don't care. You guys aren't going to keep up. So anyway, Digi starts a space. I went up to talk about it, talk to Moon Queen. She's like, I didn't represent that. And it was an unrecorded space. Maybe there's a recording of it. I don't know. But anyway, she says she didn't represent other than, like, hey, we didn't sign a contract, whatever. So Jason's thing was they needed to, we're not collaborating, whatever. So anyway, he said, she said, whatever. And they had a thing. Bitcoin bull goes down baby bull goes down like 300,000, starts coming back. Now there's a lot of support. Hey, maybe, there's support for Digi, who was probably mistreated up there, more so by the co-host and stuff. And Jason kind of let it happen, or wasn't paying attention, or didn't, whatever. Either way, people start rallying behind Digi, and then other people like he's arrogant. He's coming across about the community. This whole David versus Goliath thing. Hey, Just a Dirt Road. Yeah, he was on there too. He was part of the conversation there, coming at, and listen, from day one, Just a Dirt Road has been strongly against this whole derivative thing, right? So anyway, he was there cutting off Digi. So was Sindani. They're both obviously strongly on the TBB side. Anyway, I thought it was over with the spaces last night. Bitcoin bull baby bulls pumping, TBBs dumping a little bit. Anyway, this morning I thought it was over, but it's been going on, and here we're talking about it. Basically, there's some people that have strong feelings that, anyway, this David versus Goliath thing, David versus Goliath things come up. The rich versus the poor, the common man versus the big guy versus the little guy. All that's happening. Bottom line is the TBB chart this morning is at $725,000, and the TBB chart dropped all the way to 15. So the sentiment, I think, people have strong feelings about it. So that's where we are right now, right? The TBB dropped from 2.7 million down to like 300,000. It's now sitting at 725. Choose your fighter, right? Buy what you want. TBB dumped all the way down to 14.81 million. Currently 27.8. So this has gone up. Let me read Just a Dirt Road. Can't tell if Ron's a good fella or bad one. Yeah, I wonder so myself. But anyway, yeah, and Just a Dirt Road says greed is why TBB was built. Just a Dirt Road. Quantum says, I think he's right. Just a Dirt Road says greed for folks who felt they deserved to get one so early, made an opportunity for themselves. Can't wait for your space, Ron. Yeah, and we'll talk about it. I'll talk about this till it gets resolved. Strong feelings both sides. I thought it was over last night. What I posted last night, what I'll post right now is, hey, oh, by the way, Digi gave me coins yesterday, right? Damn nice of him. So, like I say, I was thinking to myself yesterday when it was pumping, man, once Jason came on, put that statement, which I think's now been deleted, would have been great to. I should have bought some, right? Should have bought some, and then it went down. But a couple things. First off, this is Web3. Do what you want. Take your sides. I think everyone's right. You're probably right. Just a dirt road. It's probably greed. It's probably not a good thing. And anyway, now we have this. It is what it is. You can look at the price. You can judge the sentiment. I think it's is what it is. Like I say, we'll talk about on MySpace, which I guess we got to kind of cut to now. But that is the that's where we're at. Like I say, I'm going to talk about it till it goes away and everyone can move on supporting their projects. Right? I'm an early supporter of TBB. I'm also a supporter of Blake and what they're doing. Not necessarily the TBB token, because I kind of agree that it's not necessarily a great thing. But then again, people missed out. Now, I do want to mention they take 2% if you buy and sell. That buys the TBB chart. Jason called it dust. It wasn't significant. You judge for yourself. I like I say, I'm on the TBB side as far as where I'm putting my money. Blake or Digi dropped me some coins last night. I may play it, I may not. I've kind of stayed. I played with it a little bit, but I mostly stayed out on the side just to be more neutral on it. Anyway, that's where we're at. So yeah, come up on the space, and we'll continue to bang it out until people are done talking about it. Dust, yeah. So yeah, like I said 2 or 3 days ago, where you sit, where you stand is probably where you sit, right? But yeah, you can have feelings one way. It is whatever. So why can't you buy both? Yeah, you can. Absolutely. It's Web3. The baby tokens are going to come up. Has it been disruptive? Absolutely. And yeah, tax token, Quantum, you said it. Tax token. The fact that we're even having a tax token here is funny, right? 4% when you buy, 4% when you get it. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, I guess we'll continue to talk about it over on the GM show. For those of you that are exclusively on YouTube, came for the news, I apologize. I will say a couple things though. Let's just hit the news that we need to. We'll do it machine gun style. 594 Bitcoin got 38 million got taken over from a hard wallet company, which wasn't Ledger or Treasury, one of the main one. But anyway, people got in and lost their money. So if you check and see, probably been fixed by now, but 38 million got stolen out of a hard wallet, a known one, but not one of the main ones. China injected $1.4 trillion into their economy, bullish for Bitcoin. We've got Japan spent 57 billion to defend their yen, one of the largest interventions in history. Once again, more reason to me to buy Bitcoin. Intel Circle received a New York charter for trust chart. Very hard to do. Bullish for USDC, bullish for Circle if you own the stock. Korean fintech giant Knet bringing payments on Solana to 3,300 merchants. Bullish for crypto, bullish for Solana. We'll leave it at that. Let's look at Bitcoin. Where we're at, Bitcoin, yeah, it continues to drop even though the regular market's down. And this could be the war stuff. Oil, by the way, oil's up like 4%, up again, 3-4%. So the war's getting worse. And but yeah, look at Bitcoin continuing to drop, down 2.6%, man. So yeah, I guess the drama will continue. Come join me in the GM Bitcoin morning show, and we can still talk about it if people want to talk about it. I think we need to talk about it till everyone moves on and choose your partner, maybe buy them both. The play was probably to buy both those dips. Both are up big time. And TBB's 725 continuing to rally. And anyway, that's what it is. Let's go, man. So I'll see you guys over on the GM Bitcoin morning show. Have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday. And yeah, if you want to weigh in or speak your piece, join me over there. We're going to talk about it until we're done talking about it. All good. This is Web3, man. So Good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll be hopefully back to the news on